Tailon's right behind us.
How's the body feeling?
Good, man. Recovering. Recovery's going really well. Rehab's going good. Just started throwing 2 weeks ago, so it was a really exciting day. And the fellas started spring ball, so it's like Christmas, and everybody's out there playing football again. But I'm doing good, doing really good.
What is the process to get your arm going again? Can you throw 100% like you used to, or do you have to kind of slowly work it in?
Yeah, so right now I'm in an early phase in throwing progression, really early phase in it. So it's like it's 11-step process, and that's all done by the doctors and JV as far as what percentage and how many yards. So I leave it up to them, and I do what they tell me to do, and yeah, so that's really how it's going. It's a process that's thought out methodically and done the right way.
Is there any temptation for you to I want to go faster than what they tell me I can?
Absolutely, that's the type of person I am. I want to go, but JV does a really good job of just slowing me down, and he knows me better than anybody else in this building mentally, so he does a really good job.
What's it like, Art? I mean, we see you kind of go through the motions and doing everything, but we know you love football. What is that like to be so close to it and not be able to finish it 100% there?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It really is, but I'm surrounded by really great people in this building that great coaches, great players, great support staff that are keeping me positive, and I know what the end goal is, and that's to be ready for fall camp, and I'll be ready for fall camp.
How are you adjusting to Coach Lunny? What stands out about him and what you guys do together?
Yeah, he brings a lot of passion. He brings a lot of passion to what he does. He loves the game of football. He coaches quarterbacks really well, and it's my 5th offense in college, so I've been around a lot of coordinators, so he's definitely one of the best.
How do you adjust to 5 college offenses? Man, that seems like a lot.
Yeah, schematically a lot of things are the same as far as what people do. It's just how you coach it and how you teach it, and he does a great job.
Does it feel like you can pick it up whether or not you're throwing it 100%?
Absolutely, I believe so. It's very similar to some of the stuff I did in the past, so I really believe I can pick it up, yeah.
What does Tommy add to your room?
Great, he's awesome. He's Jersey, man. How could you beat that, man? He's Jersey, so Tommy's a great dude. I've known Tommy for a long time. We go way back, so he's a great dude and a great player.
How much does it help you just to get those steps, even though you're not throwing, just to get maybe the rhythm of what they want to do? How much does that help you?
It helps a lot, just being out there, being behind, hearing Coach Lunny and how he's coaching the quarterbacks, hearing Coach B how he's coaching, how Coach Reed, and going through that thought process. Obviously, there's nothing compared to being out there in the live bullets, but when you're that close, you do still gain a lot of knowledge, and also the meeting rooms. I'm seeing how Coach Lunny coaches the quarterbacks, and he's coaching the whole entire room, not just one person. So gaining those coaching points and gaining those teaching stuff. So.
I guess when you're kind of in a battle where you can't really be full go until the fall, how do you kind of approach that in the spring with the fall, knowing that you're kind of not as healthy as some of the other guys, if that makes sense?
Just control what I control. All I can control right now is my preparation, how I get my body and my arm ready in the rehab, and strengthening my lower half, my core, and just being there every single day, watching film as if I was there. I'm really doing everything the same, just not throwing the football. So, yeah.
Not to make you go too far back, but you walked the emotions of that Penn State. I mean, you'd gotten the start, things were going well. What was that whole day kind of like, and after that a little bit?
Yeah, it was hard, man. It was a really tough day. The best thing about it is we won. Yeah. That was the greatest thing. I mean, I was sitting in the locker room, and my arm is literally like this, and I see Coach B walk through those doors, and he's happy. Coach Peterson, and it was a great day, but it was tough. And the funny thing was, I broke my arm, it happened. I look at my arm, it's that way, and I look at JB. I'm like, hey, you think I can go next week? And he goes, hey man, I love you, dude, but no. But yeah, it was a tough day, but we won, so I was really happy.
I guess for the last 5 months, you had to deal with broken arm, then had shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
Just what was that like, maybe doing those 2 things back to back? just to get to the point where you're at now.
Yeah, it was hard, man. It was hard. At one point, I was in a sling, and then I had a cast in my left arm, so I really had no 2 arms, and it was hard, man. But one thing I definitely learned was in my mindset. You can do anything in life if you got the right mindset, and just being here, being in the present, not worrying about the future, not worrying about the past, just focus on what you can do today to get better. And I got this mountain on my wall, right? And it's like, remember, the hardest climb comes after the best view comes after the hardest climb. So I'm climbing that mountain right now, and I can't wait to see the view when it's all said and done.
What was the hardest thing to do when you've got both arms laid up?
Just getting up out of bed, putting on your socks, putting on your shirt, brushing your teeth. So little things you really just take for granted that, you're like, wow, like that's hard. But again, I got great people here in this building that really have helped me get to where I am today and where I'm going to be in a couple of months.
Now, I guess so you talked about that kind of that mountain. Is that like a poster in your room? Is that like a quote? I guess what kind of is that?
It's just a mountain, man. It's just a mountain. I see a little mountain on a sticky note. And I just see it, and I just say every morning, hey, just keep climbing that mountain, and when I get to the top, it's going to be a great feel.
When did you know you would need? Because Coach B said you didn't really tell anybody about your
Yeah.
right shoulder. When did it become clear to you that like something's not right, or I might need to
Yeah,
get this fixed?
so it was kind of misdiagnosed at the last place I was at, and we came here, and there was a situation that came up, and we have great doctors here and great people, so they kind of told me what was going on and what needed to be done, and I said, Coach B gave me all the information I needed to make a decision, and it was on me. The decision was on me, and I wanted to play. But we knew at some time I needed to have that surgery done to play at the level that I want to play at 100%. So it was tough, but it was something that needed to be done.
In what ways did it limit you at all? Like how did that affect you in a game? Like I'm assuming pain tolerance was
Yeah,
a big thing
it was
with
pain. So it was definitely painful in throwing the football and certain aspects and certain levels of throwing velocity and stuff like that. The most important thing is fixed. It's fixed now, but it did impact me a little bit. But again, I want to be out there, so the adrenaline's running. You're just going at that point.
Physically, you feel better, completely better now, or tell me, like, we've all had aches and pains, but how does it feel for you now?
I feel great, man. I feel great. My arm feels great. My wrist feels great. So I'm healing. I'm really healing now. I'm going to be healthier sooner rather than later. So.
Besides people here, who was really helpful to you as you got through all this?
One of my youth coaches back home, his name's Coach Rich Cardacy Sr. He's like my mentor, and he's meant everything to me. He's a person I can call at any time, and he's got me through some really tough days, and without him, I wouldn't be here. So I'm really blessed to have him in my life.
Is it hard not being able to compete with Tommy right now? Is that tricky or hard? Or
Yeah, it's frustrating, but again, I can only control what I can control today, and that's where my feet are. My feet are the best team I possibly can, and learn this system as best as I can.
Is there a timeline for when you're supposed to be all 100% go?
Yeah, I don't want to get into certain timelines, but I'll be ready for fall camp.
Okay, that's more okay. Yeah. So very good.
Mentioned Tommy, but Donovan's coming too. So basically,
three Jersey guys, man. The best.
How interesting is that? Where it's like three of you all in the same room.
It's awesome, man. So Tommy's from North Jersey, I'm from Central Jersey, and Donovan's from South Jersey. So all of Jersey's represented. So we got to have the whole entire state out here at the games, man. But it's exciting. I've known Donovan actually. I've known his brother Devin. We're in the same recruiting class. It was actually funny. My first year at Rutgers, I early enrolled, and Donovan was in 8th grade at the time, and I was working the camp, and now he's coming to Illinois. So it's pretty crazy. It's a whirlwind, man. It's a whirlwind.
I mean, like Tommy's very pro North Jersey. So does it work when you're all from like a different part of the state?
Oh, absolutely. You can ask Coach Lenny. Our meeting was a great time because he's always making Jersey references, and we always smile and laugh and look at each other. Like, oh, do you guys do that in Jersey? Do you guys do that in Jersey? So it's awesome.
What have you? Go ahead, Bob. Go for it.
You're still a long way from home.
Yeah.
How much you missed?
I mean, when I was in high school, I went to IMG my senior year, so I'm kind of used to being away from home. So being away from home is not really an issue for me. I'm really independent, so yeah.
What back to home do you miss? What's the thing? Other than
The diners are open 24/7. Here, for some reason, everything closes early. I don't know why, but besides Mary Ann's, but yeah, I miss the diners.
What's the biggest? I mean, you've been in a couple quarterback battles. What's the biggest thing you've learned, mindset-wise, that kind of helps get through those and just know how to approach it at this stage?
You can only control what you control, and every single day you just got to worry about getting better. The minute you start worrying about how other guys doing or is whatever, you got to worry about you and get better each and every single day, and not worry about everything else. Control what you control.